And now, welcome to the Great Cigar and Pipe Show. Presented by Hiram and Solomon Cigars, the Oliva Cigar Family, and the J.C. Newman Cigar Company. Coming to you live from the Corona Cigar Company studios.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Let's go, Joe.
Let's go. Hey, welcome. Hey, just I don't know if you guys realize this, but this is our 8th year of doing the show, folks. 8 years.
8 years.
July.
Isn't it retirement? Yeah. Don't they retire people after a certain amount of time in the podcast?
I think they do.
They put them. Well, they do. They just put them into the podcast.
The Hall of Fame.
In the Hall of Fame, yes.
Hall of Fame.
Or shame, in our case.
But 8 years, guys. Congrats, man. Thank you, folks, for listening. Thank you for all your support. It's a great stuff out here for sure. We're pretty excited about it. And we do have a fabulous show tonight.
Oh, yes.
Joey brought on a bunch of people tonight to celebrate this 8th year anniversary. So, Joey, talk about it.
No, we had Joshua Hatton from Cask Nation and his Cigar Czar, Yoni Miller, is going to be joining us, and we're going to be doing their new release cigar. It's got their logo and band on there, which is pretty cool. We got Jay Roberts, owner of the Whiskey Lab, who's going to be joining us in presenting his beloved Aberlour 11 year. I got to give Frank some shit because he called it the Allure.
I called it Aberlour. Bob called it Allure.
It's a pre-show.
Yeah, he said Allure.
This is the Allure, Scott, everybody.
It lured us in.
It lured us in.
but definitely hang tight because we got some amazing prizes. We're going to have 2 winners tonight. At least two winners tonight.
Wow.
Nice.
One winner is one winner
got
is
a bigger budget tonight, huh?
Yeah, tell me about it. So one winner is going to get a 100 milliliter sample of the Aberlour 11.
Nice.
And I put together a nice 4-pack, a variety pack of cigars. You're going to get tonight's cigar from Cask Nation, of course.
Very nice.
You're going to get the famous Don V. Maduro.
Very nice.
You're going to get the Exile Versailles cigar.
Beautiful.
And you're going to get a Last Call Habano from AJ Fernandez as well.
Oh, nice.
So that's one winner, and then the another winner will win the Ralphie bottle, which I know a lot of people have been trying to get their hands on.
Wait a minute. We'll look at this. Hold on a second.
I don't think you can really get it anymore. I know it.
I remember that bottle.
I know it's sold out on the Whiskey Lab website. I'm not sure if you can get it anywhere else in the States.
That's another 11 year, huh?
But yeah, Ralphie put together this blended malt with like 5 or 6 different malts from different distilleries.
Wow.
And Frank, you should have a
I have a video for us.
From Ralphie.
When do you want me to play that?
Why don't you play it right now?
Yeah, you know what, Joe, you're all right. I'll tell you.
This is Ralphie on the how important the independent bottlers that we have on tonight are for the industry.
Yep.
It's been a busy year for me, malt mates. Excuse me, I'm going to have a wee drop of this. See the old style of Ardmore's. You cannot buy this style through official bottlings. When you see the Ardmore legacy, can I advise you just walk away. As for the passive consumer, it's the worst bottling of Ardmore you're ever going to come across. It's the independent bottlers who understand the small batching, the patient development of casks, that actually have the experience and time-served apprenticeship to deliver these old school interpretations which deliver not just the smell, not just the taste, but the proper authenticity of these wonderful, priceless, individual and singular experience of smell and taste and all the rest that comes with it. Because see, with time, whiskey's more than just smell and taste. It's a certain emotion, reflection, it's a philosophy, it's an engagement, it's a connection, it's sharing of quality that amplifies the quality of our life, because we wouldn't be experiencing it if we hadn't gone on the forensics and the flavour chase to find it. Cheers. Unchill filtered. Natural colour. Beautifully, tannically, gingerly, zesty and earthy. Real old school, earthy, mineralated, Victorian, industrial style malts. Let me tell you, we're going to see a lot more of them in the future, because that's where people's palates are going as these palates are developed and nurtured over time. Your good health.
If that doesn't make you want to have whiskey right now, I don't know.
Let's get everybody up on
Let's
the stage.
bring on the guys who are helping us nurture our palates.
Yes.
There's
here they
Joshua,
are.
there's Yoni, there's Jay. These are the guys you want to hear from, everybody. Lock yourselves in. This is going to be a very fun and educational show. Yoni, I'm going to go right to you. We got this amazing cigar we got going on. If you want to give a little introduction to the cigar, how the process unfolded for this cigar here.
Sure. So this is our fourth time doing this with Terrence Riley over at Aganorsa, an exclusive two guys cigar shop as well. So this time around, we usually did mostly, I would say, bourbon or rye from MGP. Those are the types of barrels that we were using. This one actually is a peated Balcones barrel, which is interesting. So it's American single malt, and it definitely when you open the cellophane, and someone was mentioning it earlier, right? You get that whiskey influence. The whole point of this cigar was the harmonious balance between, can I get the tobacco flavor of a true Aganorsa type of cigar and an interesting flavor from the barrel. I think we did the best. If you talk to Terrence, you talk to the guys from Two Guys who are more on the tobacco side. For me, I'm biased both ways, but this to us is the best cigar we've done. This time around, it's only a double binder, not a triple binder like the last two projects. It's a Robusto type size, 5.5 by 50 actually. But again, to me, this is another interesting pairing that we did between whiskey and cigars.
Oh yeah, definitely. And what was the blend? I don't know if you mentioned that.
So it is kind of a Nicaraguan Puro. It's a Criollo. Yeah, exactly. There you go. It's the Aganorsa DNA of the Criollo 9899, and in this case, that is the specs of this specific cigar. And again, it's the goal was, I want someone who would normally smoke cigars saying, oh, that's interesting, it's different, perhaps it's quote unquote flavored. But at the end of the day, right, it's just the barrel and the tobacco kind of speaking to each other.
Right.
How long did you age the? I'm assuming they were fully rolled before you put them in the barrel.
So right, exactly. So the interesting about this cigar is that if you talk to other people who use barrels in their fermentation process, in the process of the tobacco, it's never a full cigar. Most of the big brands, I won't have to mention them, right? They'll put a component, the binder, filler, usually never the wrapper. And again, from their perspective, they're tobacco individuals. They only want a little bit of, like, if you think about it, someone put a good analogy of salt on it, right? They want it to overpower their tobacco. They want the tobacco to speak for itself, and this just being a simple spice. So in this case, gotcha. I think that I wanted to go push the limit as much as possible, which, and then to your point about how long we put it in there, I'll leave it at this. It was less than a month, and there's a reason for that. We've actually kind of played around a couple of times of putting it longer than a month, and the cigar is unsmokable. So there's a period there within a month that gets the perfect, where the flavor sticks in the barrel, and then also, the tobacco is still tobacco at the end of the day.
I mean, this tobacco, it's like a sponge. So it's sitting in that barrel. It's just absolutely just soaking up all those flavors from. And I am definitely getting some oakiness up front.
Exactly.
The introduction of this cigar is very oaky. Getting some vanilla. I am getting like the hint of the smokiness, not like a tobacco smokiness, but not necessarily a peat smokiness, but
it's a sweeter smoke.
It's there.
Sweeter smoke. Almost creamy, sweet creamy.
So I will say this also, because right now I'm in Connecticut along with Joshua, and when in the Northeast we have these tornado warnings, and it's heavy moisture in the air. What's very interesting, and going back to the tobacco as a sponge, my cigar now is super moist, super wet, and I'm getting way more of the alcohol off of the wrapper versus when we've smoked this cigar together several times, me and Joshua. In a drier climate, you get more tobacco. It's just wild that, to your point about tobacco being a sponge, right? The air, it always depends, right? Smoking cigars in Chicago in the winter is probably the worst thing you could possibly do. They're going to crack you. Right now that it's so heavily moisture over here, it's unbelievable. The cigar is super moist. It's a little bit tough to light initially as well.
Right. It'll probably it won't
Probably go
burn
out a few times on you.
Yeah, that's one of the problems with too much humidity in the air.
That's our problem in Florida all the time.
Yeah, all the time. We have that all the time. What do you
the draw is great, and I noticed it is very oily on the wrapper, so that's a good thing.
Yoni, what happens if you leave it longer than a month in a barrel?
Probably too much absorption of the wood into the leaf.
Probably, and whatever that. What type of barrel was used?
He's frozen. I believe it was what kind? Yoni, what kind of barrel
it was so it's an ex-Balcones
barrel
cask. Yeah. So it was first fill bourbon for them.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how long was this project, this undertaking for you guys? Because this is your fourth time doing it. Was it faster than previous times, or about the same?
So this process is it's always, I give it an 18-month lead time. So the other interesting about this is that, imagine we're a small company when it comes to producing, having cigar line in and of itself, right? This is an every other year project, and so I got to get on his calendar. I have to get the buy-in from the retailer, the buy-in up to the manufacturer, and obviously from Joshua and Jason, right, to make sure this project goes. So I have to get on everyone's calendar. Everyone's got to be on the same exact page. So it's really an 18-month process of getting on the calendar, figuring out the size, and then teasing Terrence what he has for us, and also timing for Joshua and Jason what barrels are available, right? So every year I want to do something a little more unique. This year, we had the opportunity to work with these amazing distillery down in Texas, and again, do something a little bit more unique and different as opposed to simply bourbon or rye. This was a great fit.
Yeah, I remember the previous cigar that we reviewed. We did it with that FEW vermouth bourbon. Remember?
Yes.
You guys remember that?
Yes.
I think that's when Joshua was competing with Studio 54 and plates of cocaine on the podcast.
Yeah, it's tough to beat plates of cocaine.
Joey, don't give away his secrets. Come on.
Right.
Yeah. The next cigar. Excellent.
So Joey, tell me a little bit about the expression that we're drinking today, because our first impression, me and Bob were like a complete sweetness when we just
cherry
sweetness,
sweet,
like
apricots.
Yeah. Jay, I'm going to let you take the wheel here. I know this is a very important bottle for you.
Yeah. What's up, everybody?
Hey, how are you, Jay?
Great. Band-Aid. I got a 4-year-old who's taking combat lessons, and I was
in the face.
Nice shot. There you go.
So we got this 11-year Aberlour, and this was not a mistake, but it came about by accident to me. And a guy I knew, he tried to broker a deal with some people in Europe, and they backed out. And so there was 5 casks of Aberlour, and before I even tasted it, I was like, I'll take one. I don't know what it is. Okay. I just never had the chance to get an Aberlour. And then this past March, when we went over there, a couple of days before you showed up in Scotland, I went to go look at the cask and taste it for the first time. And I see on it Spinola, Pedro Ximénez, and Oloroso. And I tasted it and it was phenomenal. And so, Josh, you might be able to chime in here a little bit more, but Spinola, the sherry producer, they don't really follow the rules, and they're kind of on the outskirts of the region. And they do not produce casks or seasoned casks for the Scotch industry. Every cask from Spinola is an ex-bodega cask, technically. And what we think they did is take PX grapes, which are normally sun-dried, and made a traditional Oloroso. So we're not really sure, but it doesn't taste like a PX or a heavy sherry influence on this. And it doesn't taste like a traditional Oloroso. It's kind of in between. And so I think this is quite phenomenal. It's a 2-year finish on this, and we bottled it in April. And so it's sweet, and then sometimes it's a little bitter, depending on what my nose is. It's a little, I get that apricot sense.
Yes, big time, big time.
Yeah. So what I love about this is Aberlour. Before I even knew what indie bottlers were, that was my go-to Scotch. I drink Aberlour as much as possible. Abuna, that was my go-to. My first sherry whiskey, and I loved it. And just a couple years ago, the big boys here like Josh and Yoni, they may have been able to get their hands on it, but it was untouchable to get a reasonably priced Aberlour cask to sell at a reasonable price. So I jumped on this cask blind, and it turned out to just be a gem. And I'm pretty proud. Again, my favorite distillery before I got into the game, and here I am bottling my 10th release of Scotch for
Wow.
Wow.
How many bottles were you able to get out of that cask?
This was a little short. So we had a couple clubs that wanted to buy in, but we got 290 out of this. 60 went to a retailer in Jersey. And then we dedicated 30 bottles to a company called Whiskey Valor. It's a nonprofit, veteran-owned, similar to the Whiskey Lab. But what they do is their mission is to prevent DWIs and DUIs for the military. And so their funds, they go through rehab programs for veterans, and they do like vouchers for Yelp, or not Yelp, the rideshare companies.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So, but for the public
rideshare
release,
is me in the front seat with you, so you don't get a DUI.
Well, that's why Joey always orders the robot Uber.
Yeah, the Waymo.
Nobody wants to be Joe's driver.
Right. Yeah. What do you think of the whiskey, Frank? You
I absolutely love it.
Delicious.
I am
Delicious.
in love with this whiskey. I mean, this is really spectacular. Spectacular. It's very different than everything else that we've tasted, Joe. A lot of
salivation on this.
My mouth is salivating. Right. I mean, with the cigar and the whiskey, it's just, it is going like absolutely crazy. But I love this. I think it's very, I'll say it has that, it even has a little bit of a pear, like almost a pear that's a little tart. You know, when you get an unripened pear and it has a little bit of that tartness to it. So I get a little tart and sweet. So it's both. It's not just sweet all the way. Not at all, really. There's that tartness to it, which is really interesting.
And some pineapple on the finish. I don't know if anybody.
Yeah, on the finish.
Pineapple on the finish.
Yes. Oh yeah, totally.
Joshua, I know you're enjoying the whiskey. What do you think?
Yeah. So first off, I've got to give props to you, Jay. I've never bottled an Aberlour, and I have hunted high and low, and the fact that you got your paws on one, I am jealous. I'm green with jealousy.
It's impossible.
And it's excellent. I think it's really well done. That the cask that you're talking about with the PX and Oloroso, so that would be cream sherry. And Spinola do a lot of cream sherry casks, and it's really like a callback to what the sherry casks were in the 60s and 70s, because that was the most popular type of sherry. And so that was really the more traditional type of sherry cask being used. So like really, this is old school style whiskey, what you're presenting here, and it presents really, really well. There's a note in here that reminds me of an Indian dessert that I like called halva that I've not had in years. It's like this sweet yet earthy kind of warm dessert. Halwa, halva. And I haven't had it in years, but now I've got to fucking search it out because but, here we go.
You created a monster.
There we go.
It's very candy-like, but it's that definitely that ripe pear that Frank was mentioning.
Yes,
100%. Super delicious. Would you call this like a candy cask then? Almost. I don't know.
You're asking me?
Anybody?
Well, I mean, the idea behind cream sherry was that it took a bit of the sweetness out of PX.
Okay.
And because you added the Oloroso in there, it's typically cream sherry would be around 70% Oloroso, which is sort of that medium dry kind of nutty style of sherry, and 30% PX sherry. So you've got, so it becomes this sort of like everyday easy drinking sherry. So it's kind of like an all-rounder, really. Like the modern version of cream sherry would be like Harvey's Bristol Cream, which isn't really the best.
Right.
But years ago, it was actually a really, really good cream sherry.
I've noticed, like, when I swirl it on the glass, it holds the edge of the glass like no other. Like, it barely moves down the glass.
Yeah, super slow moving.
Yeah.
So when I paired it with the cigar, initially going cigar to whiskey, since the cigar has a little bit of sweetness to it, then we're adding more sweetness with the whiskey. It's kind of just like a candy bomb, but I got like a really cool, almost like a beer like flavor to it. I don't know if that's the peat smoke coming through and adding to the fruitiness. Almost like the beer foam. It's kind of cool. I know, Frank, you don't have the cigar because you threw it away.
I don't have because I didn't throw it away. The cigar got eaten by the postal service.
No, there is a multi-character. I think
AKA
that's
the garbage can.
Why it has that tobacco-ness. Yeah.
Well, Kyle, what are you getting on that first direction of the pairing?
Just like apricots, cream,
right?
And then the whiskey, it has just a little bit of heat to it, but it's still so smooth when it's going down. Like it's there's so much complexity going on here. My mind is spinning. This is a pairing unlike anything we've had this year yet, Joey.
Yeah. Oh,
again,
yeah, definitely.
I don't know how you keep finding this shit, but god damn it, Joey.
Kyle, are you getting? I shit you not, Kyle. Are you getting the beer? Like, what? You're getting that? Like, it's on the finish. It's like you just took a sip of a really like sweet beer.
Yeah. I mean, because I recently just had a Kentucky bourbon barrel ale that I haven't had in probably 10 years, and I'm getting notes of something like that. You're getting that bourbon barrel aged type of beer coming through, where it's like a sweeter finish to a little more creamy. But yeah, I can definitely see where you're coming on that, Joe.
Interesting. I mean, Bob and I are smoking a puro. It's a Nicaraguan puro, more of a Maduro style, a little bit heavier than what you're smoking because obviously yours has that barrel finish. But what's really interesting, I know with me
this is pairing really nice with this.
Pairing beautifully because there's this chocolatey kind of feel from this Maduro and that Nicaraguan tobacco that's through and through is shining through with the whiskey. It's just, again, there's that balance that's happening because this is what I'll call a medium plus cigar.
Yeah. Well, they probably know what it is. Might as well
it's a Fiat Lux by
Luciano.
Cigar. So Luciano is out of Nicaragua, so he does use Nicaraguan tobacco, and I assume that's what this is.
Yeah.
And again, the beauty about this whiskey, this would pair well with any cigar, really, because going from a lighter cigar to a heavier cigar, this whiskey is not the intrusive factor, where some whiskeys and bourbons
Complementary.
it's much more complementary.
Yeah.
And I think that's that the fact that it's sweet and tart, it has both, and it gives you that creaminess, and it also gives you a hint of bitterness, which is nice. I mean, I like that when you have a little bit of both. So
plays
delicious.
with your palate.
It plays with your palate. Exactly.
One common theme that I was experiencing while I was doing reviews for Whiskey Network, the sherried scotches were like a absolute fallback if you wanted to just do a pairing with like either a medium or medium to bold cigar. It really didn't matter if you had a good sherried scotch, you were golden. Something cool was going to happen in one direction or the other.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
You could drink this with anything.
Oh,
a ribeye.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll go with anything, really.
It would.
It's unbelievable.
I do like this whiskey a lot.
So since the last time Joshua was, I think this is like Joshua's like 300th time on the show. Joshua's kind of been blowing up lately, my man. What's new with Single Cask Nation? I know you got your One Whiskey or One Nation Under Whiskey podcast going on, and you were just featured in Whiskey Network as well. And they did like a cool like A side, which was the whiskey side, and then the B side, which was about your band, the Flaming Lips, right?
Yeah, I'm in the Flaming Lips now.
You had to go there. Unbelievable.
Oh. Is that bad territory, Flaming Lips?
Forgive us, Joshua. I kick him off later. Don't worry. Wow, what a guy!
This year is kind of a big
You
year.
should have said the
for
Grateful
us.
Dead. He would love that better.
Fuck that shit. This year is kind of a big year for us. We started in 2011, so this is year 15 for us.
Wow.
So we've got a lot going on, and we've been getting some good press, which is cool, including that Whiskey Network magazine got on the front cover with my band, which is kind of cool. We're a prog punk band.
Yeah.
So if you're into like Frank Zappa and the Dead Kennedys and you mash them together, you may like my band.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Next time we get in the show, you got to play.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
But we've got a number of really cool things going on. I think the biggest thing is sort of in celebration of the Jubilee. I'm sorry, in celebration of Single Cask Nation, is we're relaunching a festival that we ran from 2012 to 2018 called Whiskey Jubilee. And we're doing that in October in Chicago, October 15th.
Okay.
So
I was probably the first one to buy a ticket at like 6 a.m. when I started my shift. So I will definitely be there.
Yeah.
All the grandmas are running wild in the mall. He's buying tickets.
And
I ordered them while I was driving my Segway around the mall.
Yes.
You know.
And what, they all in Victoria's Secrets?
I had my phone on a little phone holder. You know.
They're looking at this year's Depends.
So, tell us a little bit more about that event.
Yeah, that sounds excellent.
Right. So the event has always been the kind of event for whiskey geeks, right? We created an event that we would want to go to where, so many of these larger events, you're kind of doing this. You're squeezing cheeks, just kind of hoping you can get to the table. And you put your glass out, hoping something falls in there. And so we limit the tickets so that people have the ability to walk around.
Nice.
And we make sure that everybody behind the table is either distillery or brand direct, so they can answer all of your questions.
Okay.
It really, it's a Whiskey Geeks event, and the food is always kosher catered so that everybody and anybody can eat comfortably. And one of the sort of
getting the food there, that is key.
Yeah.
Because I've been to a couple whiskey fests down here in Tampa, and then you show up, they don't have food. I'm like,
we kind of and
people are gonna pass out.
And one of the key things to our festival has always been a festival bottling. And this year we are doing 2 festival bottlings.
Oh,
and
wow.
the labels were just approved. We haven't told anybody yet, so I'm going to announce the bottlings here.
Oh,
Oh,
hey, exclusive!
nice.
Exclusive!
Oh, do we have the music? Hold on. We still have that. Kyle, you do that. You're faster than I am.
I don't think I have it anymore. I couldn't tell you, unfortunately.
Man,
So we have a 16-year-old heavily sherried Lechig that is going to be one of our festival bottlings.
Wow.
And then a 6-year-old Amrut that we're putting out as well.
Oh, an Amrut. Oh,
Amrut. It's our first Amrut in 10 years.
Very cool.
So, yep.
And you can only get it if you attend the festival.
Yep, you got to do that. And the day we put tickets on sale, we sold out. We sold 50% of the tickets.
Wow.
And we had people from I think we're covering 27 states.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very
people
nice.
are flying in from everywhere. There's people flying in from Scotland, not just exhibitors, but like attendees.
That's
People
awesome.
from Canada coming in. Yeah. It
Should have done it while we had the World Cup, man. They were all here already.
So
the last time that Jay and Joshua and I were all together was in Scotland at the Indie Spirits Festival.
Yeah.
Frank, I don't know if you have that photo. I think I sent it to you. I don't know if you have it.
I didn't see it. I didn't see that photo.
All right.
It's like you didn't see the two cigars. You know what I mean?
it's the one with our clothes on, not the one with our clothes off. Very important. Very important.
Hey, but the ladies want to see you with the clothes off. Come on.
Frank, you're just failing at life today.
Everything got lost in the mail.
Joey, listen, I hope you get to be my age. Is all I can say.
All right, well,
I know, with Joey's liver, that's a questionable thing.
Right, yeah. Well, I'm a drinker. Joshua, Jay, I'm a drinker. What do you know?
So what else is new?
Joshua, speaking of bottlings, every time I go to Binny's, there's just more and more single Cask Nation bottlings on the shelf. What is going on? I can't keep up with you guys. How many different bottlings do you have at this point?
We are at the point right now where we're bottling 100 casks per year.
Wow.
But yeah.
Wow.
But it's not all for the US market. We're currently in 10 countries and hopefully, well, actually I think 11 now, and hopefully we'll be in 12 countries before the year is out. So we're trying to expand, It's amazing where we were when we first started. We were just two jamokes with access to the internet, and
jamokes. Hey, speaking another language here.
So, do you think your popularity as an independent bottler has a lot to do with the education that has happened over the 15 years? I think more people are understanding that some of the best expressions are coming from independent bottlers and are seeking those out, as opposed to just going out to their local, ABC and picking up, a Glenfiddich or whatever.
Yeah.
I think. Do you
when
think
can we get single cask here in Florida? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm sure they're in Florida.
Well, so I think with us, we've always paid attention to the community that we've built. And I can tell you that we know a lot of the people that buy from us, and anybody who reaches out to us, we're connecting with them directly. Like, I hate the term customer service because that's not it. It's human connection. Like for us,
it's relationships.
It's relationships. Yeah. We're whiskey geeks connecting with whiskey geeks, and we go over the top to make sure that people are taken care of, and that they're seen and they're heard. And if we ever drop the ball, we go above and beyond to make sure that we fix mistakes. And I think people really respond to that. We treat, it's the golden rule, right? We treat people the way that we want to be treated. And that's how we've run our company for the past 15 years. And we do that to this day, not just here in the US, but in the other countries that we're in, whether it's me, Jason, or Jess, who's based in Glasgow. That's just what we do. We grow the community and we nurture the community.
Yeah, and Jay, I know you're mirroring a lot of what Joshua was saying too, but there are some differences between the lab and the nation. Jay, if you want to briefly give us what's going on with the lab, what's new.
Sure. So I've learned a lot just reading and following Josh. I bought a lot of his releases, and this month the Whiskey Lab turned 2 years old. I am not a brand or a marketer. I'm very much a behind-the-scenes operations guy. It's what I've done my whole career, operations. So what I sought to do with the Whiskey Lab was not so much a brand. Granted, I have Whisper and Waters. That's my creation. It's a shout-out to the Silent Service. I was a submariner for a while. But when we go to Scotland, or anyone goes to Scotland, what you see at the bars are not the traditional big brand releases. It's not what the Scots drink. It's all the indie bottles like Single Cask Nation or Whisper and Waters. And it's very hard for these small brands to come to America. The 3-tier system is unlike anywhere else in the world. And so my whole objective for the Whiskey Lab was to create that pipeline for the small brands. It might be 2-3 people, husband and wife, a couple friends. Maybe they have 5-10 releases a year, but how can we get them to the United States so people aren't paying $80 to $100 to ship a single bottle? And so that was kind of the mission of the Whiskey Lab. And starting 2 years ago, I just learned so much, read so much. And one of those big festivals was how Joe and I met. And,
Whiskey
Fest, Josh, you were saying you squeezed together, try to get a pour. Well, Joe pushed everyone out of the way, picked the table up, moved it out of the way, stepped behind there with us to get his
Of course he did.
Of course he did.
Of course he did.
So that's how
Just
Joe
flashed his badge.
I pushed everyone with my Segway. Like, no way!
Yeah, we've been together ever since. And so when Joe and I first met, we were just 3 brands. Now we have 11. And some news I wanted to announce tonight. One of the biggest brands, the first indie bottler I ever had was Blackadder. And now I haven't announced it yet, but next month, the Whiskey Lab will be bringing over Blackadder as a new brand. We announced Little Brown Dog this month, but that's the objective of the Whiskey Lab, for the small guys to try to get into America, the consumers that are the whiskey nerds, the whiskey geeks that are dying to get these bottles. Used to pay $80, $100 to ship one. As of last year, you technically can't ship a bottle to a consumer in America from overseas. It's called smuggling. It still happens.
Yeah. What else do you think I use that Segway for? Come on.
Well, normal police officers do that with donuts. Joey does it with whiskey.
Well, I do donuts with the Segway, so But as a whiskey enthusiast, we go on this journey, and especially on the single malt side, and you heard it from Ralphie too, who's been sipping whiskey and reviewing whiskey for decades, and lately he's just been harping on the indie bottlers, because your palate goes on this journey, and you've had all the industrialized whiskey that he mentions from all these big brands, and then you're craving something more, something more rewarding for your money. You don't want to be spending a lot, because your palate will lead you to more expensive, older aged whiskeys, but you're getting these older aged whiskeys at cask strength from the indie bottlers at like a third of the price.
Right.
My question, and Joshua or Jay, you can take this. Is there a place at the table for like a newbie with the independent bottlers?
It's a good question. In American whiskey, the American whiskey industry, I think, everyone knows, is pretty saturated.
Yeah.
I think the future really is kind of what Josh and I do for American whiskey, the blenders. There's just casks out there. There's not a lot of indie bottlers, American whiskey producers. So I think that's something that could come up. But there's plenty of European and Scottish indie bottlers. It's just, where do they focus and where can they put their time and effort into? So I don't think it's a impossible market, but I definitely think it's a different market depending on your location of what you're trying to do.
Right.
I'd say this year, it's a buyer's market for casks overall. But Josh, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I think you're spot on, especially it being a buyer's market for casks. With the whiskey industries being in a slower period as it is now, we're seeing casks that we hadn't seen before at prices that we hadn't seen in a good while. But the idea of a newbie starting a brand, I think what they're going to run into, especially here in the States, is you've got a lot of both importers and distributors that are hesitant to bring on new brands to fill their warehouse with product that they may not be able to shift onto a retail shelf because the retailers are having a difficult enough time moving bottles that are already sitting on their shelves. And so it's back to Jay's comment about this idea of a three-tiered system, is you're battling this idea of, it's not just getting the consumer to buy, it's getting the retailer to buy from the distributor, to buy from the importer, to buy from you, right? It's all the way down the line. So in the times that are really good, it's difficult to buy casks. In the times that are really bad, it's easier to buy casks, but difficult to sell them on. So it's
And to take the question even further, for like a new consumer who doesn't really know much about Scotch whiskey, and a lot of the independent bottlers are putting out cask strength, whiskeys. Is there a place at the table for somebody who's new to whiskey as well that wants to investigate? They're going to go right to a high proofer. I don't know. I did, because I didn't care.
Who wants to investigate independent bottlers? Like as a newbie?
Someone who's newer who might not have that palate for those higher proved whiskeys.
Yeah, I mean, something that I would suggest is I think Cadden Heads does a really good job of releasing their single casks at 46%.
Right.
It's a change that they made just a couple of years ago. I think 46% is a nice, easygoing ABV.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And they do a really good job with their whiskeys. And so that's your foot in the door.
So start there and work your way up to the Nation and the Lab. Okay. That's that's I didn't even think about that.
I think that cask strength should be a barrier for someone new as well.
Right.
Single grain whiskeys, I think we all here like a good single grain, and they're definitely an easier barrier to cross, be it cask strength in the 50s. But some of the whiskeys I've had from Single Cask Nation, or Joe, that we've had together, be in the high 50s, low 60s, they drink at a lower proof than you would think.
Yeah.
So cask strength doesn't mean unapproachable, in my opinion.
Right.
It's just usually full flavored, and then you have the choice whether you add water or not. But Josh, it's spot on that 46%. You're not going to scare people away with the not chill filtered potential haziness below that.
Right.
Because tonight we're at 57.7%. But I would never. I had to check. I had to double check what the ABV was, because it's not sipping hot at all.
Not at all.
Yeah,
not at all. And I added a drop of water in mine, and it just opened it up in a way that it kind of released that pear and made it ripened that pear. It just opened it up in a way that made it that much more approachable for somebody who maybe at 57 thinks, whoa. So just put a drop of water in it. It's not going to hurt you.
Well, and I also think that our show is a great avenue for getting people into these newer things, because we're blessed because we get to try these things, monthly from these things. But if I was a consumer just watching our show, I would be ventured out to go and get these bottles based on, because we're drinking them. We're telling you that it's a great, experience and stuff. I feel like, just getting on these little podcasts that we have, introducing these independent bottlers is a great avenue for everyone, because it opens up everybody's eyes. Totally. I get introduced to stuff all the time that I would probably
wind up buying. I wind up buying because I love it.
Yeah,
it's simple.
Yeah, if you're into vanilla oaky cigars, this is your jam right here.
Yeah,
it's been pretty consistently vanilla and oakiness throughout I'm getting into the second, third at this point. And there's definitely like that sweetness we were talking about earlier as well, which is pairing perfectly with this whiskey. In the next direction, when you go whiskey to cigar, I get like charred like marshmallows, vanilla, almost like s'mores thing going on there. Super delicious. Kyle, are you getting that? Like, are you getting the same thing?
Getting a little bit of that graham in there, and you get that creaminess from the marshmallow there going. And then you're adding the cigar. It's just like, you're adding that fire onto it, and it's just charring it up just a little bit. Yeah, you're right on the money right there.
Yeah, but like that marshmallowy flavor kind of like mellows all those fruity notes of the whiskey.
Yes.
Where can we find the cigar? I don't know if we've mentioned that.
No,
we haven't yet.
How do we get
Two
the cigar?
Guys exclusive? So
Two Guys.
Yeah, so it's Two Guys exclusive, twoguyscigar.com.
Right.
Just type in Single Cask Nation, and you'll see our cigar right there. It's about 25 boxes left. We're gonna buy a bunch as well.
We're being asked a question by Clay.
How much longer?
Is all the whiskey only available online?
No. So
From who?
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good question. From Jay or from me? Sorry.
Either whoever wants to.
I'm assuming
I'll
he's
let
asking
Jay
about
answer
the-
first.
Yeah, I'm
I'll let
assuming
Jay
he's
answer
asking about
first.
this whiskey.
You can find this not only online. We use a fulfillment center out of DC that ships to most states, but it's at Benash Liquors up in New Jersey, and then at First Soul Spirits in upstate New York. That's who has it right now. It's also up at Norfolk Wine and Spirits in just outside of Boston.
And I'll tell you this: I've ordered from Whiskey Labs a few times. Their shipping is top notch. It shows up at the door. It's great. It's perfect. Like, there's not a problem ever that I've had with the shipping from Whiskey Labs.
Yeah.
Ever.
Now, do we know if we can get it here in Florida? Any place here in Florida?
Oh no, not on shelves, but
Not on
the
shelves,
line.
but yeah, just online.
No, online. Okay.
Yep.
On the line.
Funny that you asked that. You know, Josh, you're saying you've expanded. Like you're a legend in this industry. You're expanding to other nations. I've been focused on 3 states. And I'm expanding to Florida, California, and Illinois now the next month or so. So that's expansion for me. But we're talking to some shops in Florida, Tampa specifically. You got SoCom.
Yeah.
So
Great.
All right.
Oh,
to
good.
be down there for a couple things. And then October 15th, I'm flying to Chicago. I want to come see Josh at his event.
Oh, fuck yeah,
Nice.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And look, speaking of expansion, it looks like Jay's coming to us live from his new warehouse.
Yeah.
This is my garage.
Well, that's his warehouse. There you go.
State of Virginia to license my garage as a liquor warehouse, and this is what I've been operating out of for a year. But we grew and launched another service and now I'm in a 7,000 square foot warehouse, which is small to some, but that's huge to me. So we're doing
Beautiful.
good.
That's fantastic.
That's a lot of space.
Clay wants to know: are you going to have anything going towards Virginia soon?
I live in Virginia. I'm in Reston, Virginia. There you go.
Oh, there you go. Just stop at his house. Go
visit him, Clay.
If you go on the whiskylab.com and order a bottle, it'll probably be there within minutes.
Right.
Clay,
walk it
order
over.
yourself an Uber and get it.
Yeah. Clay could literally just jump on the Segway and ride over to the garage warehouse.
Hey,
have his
Kyle.
pick.
Speaking
How about
of
a hashtag, Kyle?
Oh yeah, is there a
Kyle.
hashtag?
Yeah. You got a lot of people there looking on that.
We got the two. We'll have 2 winners. Those are some big prizes that we have tonight. Kyle, what is that hashtag?
So tonight's hashtag for everybody out there, yes.
It's a long one.
My happy hour is better than yours. So
I thought that was a joke.
No, he was serious.
He's dead serious.
It's the longest hashtag we ever had.
That's one of the names of Joshua's songs, actually.
It's on her upcoming album.
Yeah, but this is really going to test our audience to see how drunk they are by now.
Yeah.
So hopefully you can get this.
You better
right.
leave that up for a while because people are going to have to look at each letter, Kyle.
And I'm coming out. I'm coming out with a book. Actually, it's going to be called "My Segway is Better Than Yours."
Oh, that's awesome.
Get your hashtags in.
Those hashtags are coming in hot and heavy.
Oh yeah, there we go.
They're coming in hot and heavy.
Keep it up there. Keep it up there.
As a reminder, you gotta be here for the end of the show to get the prize. If you hashtag in and you're not here, it goes on to the next schmuck. So,
Josh, you mentioned you're international with coming up on 11 countries now. Are you nationwide? Is Single Cask Nation nationwide?
We are. So our importer covers about 48 of the 50 states, but we're officially distributed in 26 of the 50 states, but not always within those states. We do have distribution in Florida, but our stuff goes in and comes out immediately.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Haven't seen it here in the Tampa area yet, so just let you know.
Okay.
Just
Tampa.
a heads
I'll
up.
remember that. All right. Give a tongue lashing.
So lately, obviously, from the Whiskey Lab, I've been sipping on this Aberlour 11, which is phenomenal. Single Cask Nation, that Craigellachie 16 is just amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
When did that bottle come out?
That was with the older label.
You're right.
It's
got
yeah. So that came out in 2024. That was our Thanksgiving whiskey. Basically, we called that our Thanksgiving family whiskey. Just
once a year. That's it.
It is Thanksgiving.
No, it was just with the idea that like. That's the one that just gathers the
it's like it's got like the cranberry and like the little bit of hint of smokiness to it that's like that would go perfect with your Thanksgiving meal,
dinner with turkey.
Yeah, there you go.
No marzipan, no, right?
No marzipan. I did end up switching because we were doing 11-year-olds.
Bring it in a little bit.
I switched over
Keep
to
it up there.
yr.Whisky.
There you go. Keep it up there. Frank's going to there you go.
Yeah,
Frank, how would you pronounce that, Frank?
Yeah,
I would pronounce that very carefully.
Come on, let's do a Frankism. Let's go.
11.
11.
Rod Mahor. More, right? More is better than less.
It's the Rod Allure.
Rod Allure.
Nice. So what kind of notes are you getting on that bottle?
So firstly, it's pronounced yr.Whisky.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And in Scots Gaelic, it basically means big red.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it's peated Glen Turret, and this is like drinking liquid barbecue.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bob,
heavily,
you're in, right?
Heavily peated, full sherry cask, and it's just
Bob is afraid of
sweet.
peated.
Yeah.
Right, that'd be too much for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you like barbecue, then this is
I do like
is
barbecue.
for you.
These are the
Barbecue
peaty
is one of my
pecorini.
favorite things.
Awesome.
I'm always
I moved on to
good
your
barbecue.
Blair Athol, Josh.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Oh, see that
Let's
one.
hold that up there. Hold
Hold
that
up.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, lovely. Cheers, Jay.
Wow.
Nice.
Very
Nice color.
Hey, Jay, I wanted you to talk about Founders Access for a moment.
Yeah. I don't really broadcast this too much, but we see a lot of different subscription services or whiskey clubs where you pay a membership fee just to get access. And so Founders Access was just kind of my idea to bring you behind the scenes and tell you a little bit what I'm doing. But by getting a membership or joining Founders Access, you get 5% off any order, even if it's on sale, free shipping. And then there's exclusives. So maybe I only have 3 bottles, or a brand only has 6 bottles left. I might take 6 bottles from Scotland. Here you go, Founders Access members. So that's the idea. Actually give something that's valuable for a paid membership. And it pays for itself if you buy a lot of whiskey really quickly. But that's the idea. You're getting behind the scenes. You get early access to any release, any pre-orders. And some things I've put out there have sold out before I could announce it to the public. So that's the idea.
I would say a lot of the stuff that you put out in Founders Access gets sold out before it even hits the website. So I highly recommend people jumping on that. And for the nation, I know there's like a mailing list. an email list at least or something?
Yeah, correct. Yep, just singlecastnation.com and just sign on to the mailing list. And there's no membership. We don't have a membership fee. It's just us emailing you, letting you know what's going on, but we give you advance warning on the stuff that's going to come up for sale online, because we do have online exclusives.
Gotcha.
And then some of our retail bottlings as well. And I promise we won't spam you. We send like maybe 1 to 2 emails a week.
It's not 1 or 2 emails a minute.
Yeah.
There are some companies out there that I probably get 4 to 5 emails a day. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's called a bad subscription.
Yeah, that's called unsubscribe.
I don't know if that works though, Josh. I've tried unsubscribing, and I think they send me more.
That's because it's you, Frank. They know you already.
Well, I'm with Frank on that, because there's a certain sandwich shop. I won't say their name out there,
Right.
but I was on their mailing list, and they would send me probably 10 emails a day, and I kept unsubscribing every time. And they would just keep sending them.
Yes,
Just
yeah.
keep going. I'm like, dude, this doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Well, those are the breaks, as I like.
That's a shocker, because Frank doesn't even get actual mail.
No, I don't, because all my mail gets tampered with.
Frank has a spam filter for his slow mail. It's weird.
Exactly.
Amazing. Of all the times, of all the cigars, you don't get this one, Frank.
I know.
And,
I'm telling you, I think literally it was scanned by a postal worker, and they had their pocket knife with them, and they're like, huh.
Yeah.
This could be something fishy in here.
Let's take
going to Frank's house, there's got to be something good.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
You said the Scotch tape was tampered with.
The Scotch tape was
cut,
tampered with,
and the side of the box was
Yes.
open. Yeah.
I mean,
so
okay. Then
they stole the cigars.
you know,
man.
at least they didn't take the whiskey too.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
I mean, it could have been
They
worse.
left you half a bottle.
Now I'm gonna have to ride my Segway to the post office with my lights and sirens on.
Don't go to that
find
post
out what
office.
happened.
Use a different postal office. Go to a different office. Now they know what's in there, Joe.
Oh yeah, they're going to be looking for any package now, Frank.
The third direction of a pairing, we just put some cigar smoke right into the Glencairn, and it holds nicely. It turns to just sweet like cotton candy.
Yeah.
Kyle,
Big difference. Big difference.
Yeah, it is.
So, Jay, Clay is asking if you're ever starting to look them up. Are you in that area at all, Jay, at any given time?
What's the name of the place?
Staunton, Staunton.
Yeah,
Stetton?
Clay, my email is jay@thewhiskeylab.com. Shoot me an email, man. Let's meet up.
There you go. Look at that, Clay. Look at that. You get personalized service.
Clay
And
is
that's
also
what Josh.
Clay is also a veteran.
Yes.
There we
Nice.
go. There we go. All right.
Beauty.
Yeah. Ooh-ha.
Great.
Definitely.
What
Good
branch,
stuff.
Clay?
I believe Marines.
Marines, I believe.
Marines.
And then I think he was also a correction officer after that. I'm not sure. Clay, were you?
Oh man, he was a glutton for punishment.
He's a man that serves, no question about it. Good stuff. Yanni, you okay over there? You've been pretty quiet. How are you, buddy?
No, I've been listening. Also, I've been having some technical difficulties. I'm trying to go in and out, but it's not working.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that.
I thought you
tried riding a scooter.
I thought he was out on his scooter for a minute.
And he tried riding the scooter. I mean,
I can't even hear that. I can't even hear that right now. So that's the problem.
Okay, get your hashtags.
Get your hashtags in there, Kyle.
I think we're at that point.
We're at that victory march.
We'll do the first drawing will be for the sample of the Aberlour 11 and the sample pack of 4 cigars.
Gotcha.
And then the second draw will be for the Ralphie bottle.
Hurry up, folks. If you haven't put in yet, put it in quickly.
Come on, people.
And
There's
Clay
only
was a
15.
Marine.
There's only 15 of you in there. I mean,
Correctional, Marine and correctional.
There's over 20
watching.
people,
Come
30
on.
people. Where are you? So hold up. So Clay was also a correction officer. Thank you for that. A Marine and a correction officer.
Yeah.
Nice.
Are any of the other single Cask Nation cigars still available? or is this? I'm just curious.
So this is the no. So the only batch that's open. Yep, this is the only that's available. That's correct.
All right, get them while they're hot, guys. Get them while they're hot.
They only come around once every 2 years.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Hurry up, folks. Come on. Yeah,
Kyle, get ready to spin the wheel, as they say.
I got a wheel, but I mean, it seems light. I mean, everyone's going to be a really good chance to win with nobody in.
I might win.
Hurry up, folks. Put it in there. You got seconds. Let's go. Let's go.
That's my alias.
Right, more people are putting it in. All right, here they go. Put that hashtag in. Let's go.
Dang, there's Paul Koziak. I'm surprised he could even spell it.
Oh, wow. What a way. You know, with cousins like this, Paul, I would never invite him back to Florida again. The hell with him. Put him on Alligator Alley. Leave him there.
I was about to say, if Lauren's still listening, get in there. I mean,
Amanda Anderson, she spelled it correctly.
Yeah, there we go.
Follow her lead, folks.
Everybody, follow Amanda. Hurry up, everybody.
Very slow
it's
burn.
funny. That's my alias. I don't even
That
know
is
how
my alias. Wait a minute, Amanda. You're using my name. I figured no one would know me.
All right, let's
slow burn on
spin the wheel.
Give it a spin, man.
Give it a spin.
Spin that wheel.
All right, as for the sample and the cigars.
Christopher.
Oh, once again. I think he won last week too. Last month.
I don't think did he win last week?
Well, we weren't on last week.
We weren't on last week.
We weren't on last week.
Last month. What can I tell you? You know what I mean. Hey, unbelievable.
Christopher,
All right,
he's still out there. He's still out there, Christopher.
Tell us you're
Oh, that's right. He's got to say hello.
Oh yeah,
Tell you're
Christopher, you
here.
have to say you're here.
Otherwise, you gotta claim it.
10.
You gotta claim it.
9, 8,
8,
7. I'm here. All right, he's there.
There he is.
There he is.
There you go.
Congratulations, Chris.
Nice job, Chris.
Oh,
right.
we have a question. Will there be a Ybor City festival?
Yes.
Oh, yes, there is. There's one every
December
year,
is.
Billy.
First weekend in December. Weekend in December.
Going to be a great show.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
It always
Always
is
a good
anyway.
time.
Always
I
a
love
great
the
time.
Ybor Cigar Festival. It's a great time.
And
Outdoors.
the TPA, Tobacco Products Association, is going to have a bunch of vendors there too. So make sure you go stop by the TPA booth.
All
All
right.
right.
So
Are
we
you
ready
ready
for
to
the
pick up the
bottle?
second winner?
This
Second
is delicious
winner.
whiskey.
All right,
This
second
is for-
This
winner.
is for the bottle.
This is
Look at that,
for the
folks.
big
Second,
bottle.
who's the second one?
All right,
Let's
let's
see.
throw.
Spin
Here
it.
we go.
Billy the
Greek.
There you go.
Billy the
Very
Greek
good.
makes it.
Yeah. All right.
Billy's probably, it's about fucking time.
Yeah.
I've been here every
He's been-
time.
He's
When
been
am I
here for the
gonna
last
win?
8 years waiting.
But patience paid off.
And I know he's here.
Man.
And I know he's here. He's
I know he's here. I know
He's here.
Oh, yeah. He's been here the whole time. Congrats, Billy. Very
Yeah,
good.
this wasn't just any
Christopher and
Ralphie
Billy,
Cat.
2 winners tonight. That's awesome. Congrats to both of you.
Excellent.
And congrats to everybody there. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you had a good time. And keep growing, guys, because things are looking real good.
This is some
for
great
all
whiskey.
of you.
You guys are producing some amazing products. All we can say is thank you and just keep bringing it in. That's
Bring it into Central Florida.
Central Florida.
Right. These are okay. Again, these are the guys. Once your journey kind of hits a wall, like they just keep the journey going.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
we really appreciate you guys, the independent bottlers,
Hell yeah.
importers. Keep up the great work, and I'm going to continue this journey with you guys. Absolutely.
Heck yeah.
Think twice about keeping him. I don't know. I don't know about this guy.
Everything's
Anyway.
good except
Thanks,
for
guys.
Joe.
Awesome.
The unbelievable thing is that profits have plummeted since Joey's gotten on. I don't know where all the money's going.
Because all of the liquor,
Yeah, there's nothing left to make profit off of because I drink it all. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Anyway.
Great cigar. Kudos
Yes,
to you guys
fantastic.
for
Sure.
putting together another great cigar and
Awesome
expression in
cigar.
the cigar
Awesome
industry.
whiskey.
I love that you guys are tapping. I love that you guys are tapping into both industries because they go hand in hand. Absolutely.
Thank you, and I appreciate all of your support. You know, I think this is 300 or 301st time on the show, and
at least
301st. You guys are fantastic, bringing me back on, supporting Single Cask Nation, supporting what we do whiskey wise, cigar wise. I can't thank you enough. It's been so awesome being here with Jay and drinking your Aberlour and just hanging out, looking at the Band-Aid on your nose.
Oh, you had to bring that up. Huh? You had to bring that up.
I had to dig in.
Frank, I think we need a close-up.
I think he was.
So you better sigh there, Jay.
I thought he was in an MMA fight.
Let's be honest. That was just from a night of drinking.
The last thing that I want to say is these cigars would not be done if it weren't for Yoni. Like Yoni is the man behind everything. So exactly.
Nice job, Yoni. Hope you can hear that.
Yeah. Cheers.
I can hear that. Yep. Thank you.
Yep.
Awesome.
Very good. Awesome. Fabulous.
Thank you, guys.
Well, again, thanks to the three of you for coming on. We appreciate it. It's awesome, and whatever we can do to help get the word out and promote you guys, we're looking for a great future from you. We know you got this down packed, and things are going to look really, really good in the future. And we're going to definitely welcome you back as long as we have this stiff next to us. We're all right. But
good night, everybody. Have a good rest of your month, and
next month we'll have Ken Dorbacker from the Chief coming out with his new barber pole from GTO is producing them. So Dr. Oscar will be maybe we'll get him to do a surprise visit for us also. And Joe, you're gonna have to figure out which whiskey we're gonna have to put in that.
I'm thinking something maybe from Tree Cara, maybe.
Oh,
yeah. Let's see if we can get those guys on.
All right.
That would be fun.
Joey's always thinking. That's one thing I have to give him.
Scary.
That's what's dangerous.
Scary shit. That's scary.
It's not scary. I'm surprised that he's still thinking.
I know.
All right. Can we end the show now?
Thank you, guys.
Joey's late for a segue round. There we go.
My segue Uber is here.
Yanni.
Tell my brothers,
Guys, take care. Thank you.
to line 'em up. We'll drink that whiskey from those old dirty cups. We'll toast to the present, the future, and the past. This ain't my first drink, but I sure it ain't my last. 'Cause this world is so beautiful. I see its love come shining through. This world is so beautiful. I feel its love come shining through.